Peace Initiative for South Sudan is calling for the public to work together to restore peace and stability in the country. Now, the initiative was born as people expressed concern about the current state of affairs in the country. And for more on this, we are joined on the line by Loma Merekaje, head of the Technical Secretariat of the Homegrown National Peace Initiative in South Sudan. Lorna, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us about this initiative and who is involved.
Well, thank you very much. This is a people-driven initiative. We have basically reached a point of realization that neither can we have peace imported from outside, nor can we have peace given to us by the political actors. So for that matter, we have resolved to initiate a process that involves all citizens to participate, to contribute, but most importantly, to be led by faith-based leaders.
Participate, contribute, be involved. Unpack that for us very briefly.
Well, that means everything means peace. We start right from the conversation among ourselves as neighbors. We have so many things that obstruct peace in South Sudan. You can't imagine. It's to an extent that even one's ethnic identity becomes a problem. So the conversations start right from there to the services that are supposed to be provided by a state and it's not providing. We need to roll our sleeves up to be able to request citizens and mobilize citizens to be able to deliver those services. But as a society, we've not been talking among ourselves. And this process envisages a situation where we will have high-level dialogue among political actors in and out of the country, but we will also have conversation among citizens to be able to resolve some of the issues that exist in our localities so as to get a holistic peace. But in this process, then who is leading the process? Because yes, we might say that citizens to be able to do things in their localities. But then after doing an assessment of the South Sudan society and different sectors of the society, the public have lost confidence in many formations in our society. The government is not doing what it's supposed to do. The political actors are not doing enough. The civil society are not having that much muscle to do it on their own. The intellectuals, I even don't know if we have public intellectuals in South Sudan. Then the faith-based leaders at least seem to have a better rating. We do acknowledge that there's nobody perfect. We have all gone through the trauma and everybody has a shortcoming, but the faith-based leaders have a better rating. And in this particular initiative, the mobilization is that everybody has a contribution in that those who have technical expertise in particular area, they contribute that expertise. And those who are able to mobilize the women, the youth, and whoever in the society, let's start from ourselves.
And what sort of response,
with individuals.
Lorna, what sort of response or reaction are you getting from the citizens who are meant to be a part of this?
Oh, the response is amazing. We have people who have volunteered and now we have assembled together on a WhatsApp group, but we have a Facebook page, which is Homegrown Peace Initiative for South Sudan. However, I must say that it's also picking up slowly because this is a society that has kind of been deprived from the ability to organize and come up with initiatives that serve our interests as the people. So others are at a point where they're watching and they're asking, how far is this going? How do I come in? So at this point, we are basically educating, we are basically mobilizing, but most importantly, we use the voices of the volunteers that have come on board to be able to mobilize more volunteers. And that brings an element of appreciation and acknowledgement, which is a very important component of peace.
Now, this is all happening with the current instability in the country that is escalating, looking at the political leaders, the arrest and charging of the first Vice President, Riek Machar. What are people saying with regards to this now that is unfolding and is causing even more of a crisis, a bigger crisis than what South Sudan has?
Well, first and foremost, it is unfortunate that South Sudan government have chosen, and the political actors have chosen that trap, the track of of detention, the track of having to go to courts which are weak in themselves. And among the public, there's a bit of panic because people don't know how it's going to be, how the whole process is going to look like. But then there is nothing much that the public can do other than call for a due process, because actually we may not talk about due process right now, because from the time the political detainees were detained, it has taken longer than the constitutional provision of 24 hours.
Well, Lorna, thank you so much for joining us on Africa Update. We are going to have to leave it there for today. That's Loma Merekaje, the head of the Technical Secretariat of the Homegrown National Peace Initiative for South Sudan, and she was joining us